one of my colleagues here on the show, TJ Jefferson. You and he have something in common, Shane. You have both been on Contestants Row, and The Price is Right.
Let's go. Did you get on stage?
Oh, Shane, I'm sure Rich is going to.
No, it's okay.
I will let Rich give you the story, please.
No, he did. He got on stage.
I got to the very end, Coach. You know, I was one of the last people to get called up. You know, this was during the pandemic, so there wasn't, 200 people in studio. There was only 12 of us that they picked off of Zoom meetings. She had to do a Zoom interview. You had to go through all the casting producers.
Yeah, the excuses already. Don't give a coach excuses.
No, I'm not giving
Don't give a coach excuses.
I'm trying to set Coach up so he understands.
No, you got up. You got up. So, you played Master Key.
Master Key, Coach, which was in the bottom third of all games ever played on The Price is Right. I found out later.
Excuses.
I'd never seen it before, Coach.
I can't even remember that game.
Right.
I can't even remember that game.
Coach, you set a game plan for Sunday, and then all of a sudden the team pulls a play out that you've never seen before. It's hard to be prepared for that, right?
You got to adjust on the fly.
That's true. That's true.
You got to adjust on the fly.
That's true. Now, Coach, what they're not telling you is I got to the very end. I got to the Showcase Showdown. I was, I almost crossed the line.
The two dreaded words. Tell them the two dreaded
one.
The two dreaded words. Tell them the two dreaded words.
I'm sorry, Coach. What was that? What was your question?
What were you bidding on for the Showcase Showdown?
Here we go.
Happy you asked, Coach. 2 Harley Davidsons, a really fancy telescope that you could see the stars, and then a trip to Space Camp, NASA Space Camp in Florida.
Gosh, you ride Harleys? You look like you ride a Harley.
No, Coach.
Yes, he should.
No, I'm not. I'm barely a bike rider, Coach. But can I ask you a question? Just based upon what I just told you, you have like an estimate of what you would think the price would be?
Yeah, what would be your actual
2
retail
Harleys,
price?
2 Harleys.
Give it to 2 Harleys. Your
a really fancy telescope, a trip to Space Camp
in Florida
for a weekend.
For a weekend?
2 Harleys.
2-day trip, 3-day trip?
I think a 3-day trip.
3-day trip, two basic
Hotel,
Harleys.
flight, everything.
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
Okay. 2 Harleys. Gosh, I don't know what Harleys cost, but I think they're expensive. So 2 Harleys, I'm just spitballing 2 Harleys, 15, 30 G's, Space Camp. I'm bidding 37,000.
Thank you.
What was the actual retail price?
I bid 46, and the actual retail price was 24,000 something. So
dang. So what are the Harleys then?
What do you think it is?
The Harleys must have been. I don't know. What or is it a high? Was it? You know what? I should went back. Was it a high end Harley?
Apparently, it was the most basic stock to the bone Harley that they make, and they were $8,000 a piece.
Well, hey, I'm with you because I don't know what Harleys cost.
But you would assume, Coach, that they cost more than $8,000, right? A Harley,
I'm with you on that. There's no denying that.
Appreciate you.
So what happened? What happened to you though? What happened to you when you were?
I was 0 for up there. I was 0 for 6, and I was the second person called up, and all my buddies went down there. High school buddies who just graduated high school went down. Second person called up, and I was 0 for. I was bidding. I got to be the last person bid, and then all of a sudden it was the way it shook out. Whatever. I was the third person in line, but 4 people went. So I'm looking back at my buddies, and Bob Barker said it's your bid, and I was like, well, it's his bid, and Bob's like, I'm running this show. It's your bid. I'm like, all right, I got you. I'm like, what'd they bid again? He's like, Bob. So I bid, and the next person next to me, he bid whatever dollar over. No. He went up. He went to the Showcase Showdown, and I was over, but it was fun. Shit, I'll tell you what, it was a good experience going into that studio, and you watch it on TV all the time, and you're always getting them right. You're like, oh, I got that one right. Oh yeah. And then you get up on stage, and everyone's yelling at you. I had a guy, I was bidding on a tennis ball machine, and the guy, I look back, and there's a guy right behind me. He's like, $1 million, $1 million, and I'm like, for a tennis ball machine? Stop.
What were your parting gifts, though? What did you get?
Luggage. I got some luggage and a baker's rack, and my mom still uses the luggage.
No way.
Amazing.
It's like 24 years. I said, Mom, I love you. We got to get you some new luggage, Mom. I got you. We'll get you a hard shell luggage.
But it still lasts.
Yeah.
That is
Oh,
impressive.
it lasts. Yeah. Oh,
Her
yeah.
son won that on Price is Right.
Oh my gosh, that is
yeah.
amazing. Just real quick, I know we're over here, but my one time I met Bob Barker, because again, if you're a fan of the show like that, I met him and I went up to him and I said to him, listen, man, I'm a host of NFL Network. This is like 15 years ago, whatever. I'm a host of NFL Network. And I just want to tell you, you've inspired me every single time I have anybody on the show, whether they're young or a rookie or a veteran, or I just treat them all the same, because that's what you do. You treat everyone the same when you can come to Contestants Row, and it's just been inspiring. And he looks at me, he goes, do you want to hug it out? And I said, yes, I do. And I hugged the man. He actually gave me a big, huge bear hug. It was fantastic.
Oh, that's great. That's good times. Good times.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.